is an incredibly important question for James Franklin. I would say that this is a pivot point for his tenure in Happy Valley. Not that meeting or exceeding expectations exceeding expectations would change his life forever. But if he does not win the national championship, he's still the head coach at Penn State next year. But man, there's a lot of emotion and a lot of feelings that's packed into the 2025 campaign, given how close they got a year ago, down to the final plays of the semifinal against Notre Dame, given everybody that is back from that team. So they've got a win total of 10.5. And now we've got ourselves a little bit closer of a coin flip in the marketplace, over at -104, under at -118. Tom, what are we doing with Penn State?
Now, I mentioned earlier when discussing Ohio State how they can't really afford to load manage. I'm on the over here, but there is a part of me who wonders if Penn State might feel like they can afford to load manage at times, given the schedule. Because, I mean, look at those first 3 games. Like, are they losing any, or are they winning any of those by fewer than 35 points? Like, let's be real.
I never mind. I'll save that for week 2. But I think there's like a 4% chance that Willie Simmons has FIU at least like, remember the Bowling Green game a few years ago where it was like 24-14 and
just put that back in the oven a little longer, okay? Just let that finish cooking before we pull that one out. I mean, schedule wise, listen, I think they should beat Oregon at home. We just discussed the Ducks. I think Penn State's going to win that game. The scariest part of the schedule to me is Iowa and Ohio State on the road in consecutive weeks. Likely there is a bye between them, so maybe there isn't so much a possible look-ahead factor when you're playing the Hawkeyes and Kinnick and you get through that. But looking at this schedule, Ohio State on the road is the only real game where I'm like, I don't think they're going to win that game. I don't care how experienced they are. By the time November rolls around, Ohio State will have plenty of experience too. So I think an 11-1 regular season is very much in play. I think they will go to Indianapolis with a chance to earn a first-round bye, or hell, the way things are now, they might lose in Indianapolis and still get a first-round bye. So it should be a great regular season for the Nittany Lions. I'm going over.
There's a lot about this schedule I like. I'm also going over here with the Nittany Lions. Do you know what's going to be the most annoying game to preview all year? Is that whiteout. Because Oregon and Penn State are not going to show a damn thing for the first 4 weeks of the season. We're going to have to be like, big game breakdown. What are these teams? What do we think they're hiding? I don't know. Like, they've run the same 3 runs over and over again. What kind of wrinkles will they have? No, kidding. But some of these Penn State guys kind of had that whole, like, little smirk to them, like they knew they got something.
Yeah.
You know, and I think they know that they got something there in Happy Valley this year. They clearly spent a whole lot to keep this roster together. There are some similarities between the Ohio State and the Michigan plan from the prior 2 years. I do like them to beat Oregon in Happy Valley. I also like how the travel sets up. You know, UCLA is your only like long trip in the league.
Hey, but is that a refractory period game?
Coming off Oregon.
Yeah. Whiteout against Oregon, and then you're getting on the plane and going out to LA. You're probably, I mean, if you win that handily, you're probably getting more first place votes, maybe even jumping up to number 1 in the country.
I don't look. I'm not saying UCLA can't beat them. There's some chance that Nico Iamaleava just crushes, but I don't know that UCLA has the personnel on the line of scrimmage to bang with them.
They don't.
We'll see.
No, they don't.
Okay, we do know that they do not. Right.
Correct.
I mean, I'd like Purdue on the schedule to make me feel a little bit better, but honestly, the way this sets up is pretty good. Like at Michigan State is not a crazy hard trip, you know, as far as like travel. No. When you get Nebraska at home, like if it was Nebraska road, I think Nebraska may really have something on offense this year if they get their offensive tackle situation figured out as fall camp closes. And like at Rutgers to close the year, like, okay, it's another like close trip. You'll have just as many Penn State fans there as you will Rutgers fans, right? Think about how many Penn State fans are in Jersey. That's essentially a home game, I think. So, yeah, I'm going over. I think Drew was better last year in a lot of ways. I think he'll continue to improve some this year. It's the second year in Andy Kotelnicki's offense. I think this team improved in the areas it needed to improve in. So give me the over.
Yeah, they had to go get wide receivers, and they went to get wide receivers.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's got to improve there.
You mentioned like UCLA is the only time they have to go to the West Coast. Iowa's the only other time they're leaving the Eastern time zone.
Yeah.
I was just trying to do that. When you go to Michigan State, do you fly into Detroit and go the other way? Like you go fly to Detroit.
Maybe I think there's an airport closer to East Lansing than Detroit, though.
Okay. Because when you go to Ann Arbor, you fly to Detroit, and then you just do like a.
Are these Big Ten
I've never
teams flying
flown to
private?
Detroit. It's a 20-minute drive for me, Chip.
I assume these Big Ten teams are flying private, right?
That's
I
true.
assume so.
Or
Yeah.
they just charter. Okay.
So like Jetport, we're not even dealing with these normie airports out here.
Right.
But to your point, I was thinking that all of these trips on the right side of the screen as we had it up were all very, very easy trips to make.
Also, if they buzz through this schedule at 6-0, you're going to have like a major component of Penn State fans traveling to these games. Like it's going to feel special.
Oh yeah, because it's like this is the once in the generation team. So,
was that the seatbelt noise going on?
No.
Speaking of planes,
is that more ants?
more ants.
The tailgate is asking us. We've got more ants.